If we live in plains, we are probably familiar with the vast stretches of plain land. In contrast, if we live in the hilly areas in rugged terrain with mountains and valleys, they are the most common features. So let us learn about the physical features of India and their formation. Namaste, I am Sanjana of 9B.
Namaste, my name is Indravali.
Namaste to one and all. Myself P. Pallavi, I am from 9th B.
Namaste, I am Sambita Ghosh of 9B.
When we look all around us, we mostly see rocks and soil. You must have noticed that there are different types of rocks. Some are hard like marble and some are very soft like stone. Rocks play a very important role in soil formation. The color of the soil is different in different places. Now, why is that exactly? This is because they are formed from different rocks in different ways. Speaking of formation, did you know that India's landscape formation took place during geological periods, and number of processes such as weathering, erosion, deposition are responsible for formation and modification of the landscapes. And that is why we see everywhere today now. This is explained by earth scientists who have worked on theory like the theory of plate tectonics. The plate tectonics, which is based on certain evidence. Now, according to the theory of plate tectonics, the crust, which is upper layer of earth, are being formed of 7 major and some minor planes. Movements of plates results on stresses within plates and continental rocks. Plate movements are 3 types. They come towards each other and they form a convergent boundary, and a transform boundary moving horizontally past each other. Sometimes they move away from each other and form a divergent boundary. First, South Africa, India, South America, Antarctica, Australia were a single landmass called the Gondwana land. Gondwana land was split in number of pieces by the conventional currents. The Indo-Australian plates was moved towards the north, where it collided with the much large duration plate. The sedimentary rocks collected in geosyncline. A geosyncline is a large-scale depression in the earth crust containing a very thick deposition. This geosyncline were known as tethys. The collision resulted in the folding of these rocks, and thus the mountain system of Western Asia and Himalayas was formed. The Peninsular Plateau is one of the ancient landmass of the Earth's surface, and Northern Flake Peninsular Plateau settled. A large basin was created. This was filled with sediment deposits of river. Deposits of extensive alluvial soil led to the formation of flat land of northern plains of India, and even land masses have ages. Now let's take more detailed look at major physiographic division of India. Okay, let's start now.
The Himalayas is a mountain range run in a west-east direction from the Indus to the Brahmaputra. Then it forms an arc which covers a distance of about 2,400 kilometers, and its width is 400 kilometers in Kashmir and 150 kilometers in Arunachal Pradesh. The number of valleys lies between these ranges. The northernmost range is known as Himadri. The folds of the Great Himalaya are symmetrical in nature. The midpoint of this part of Himalaya is composed of granite. The range lying to the south of the Himadri is known as Himachal. The Piripangal range is the longest and important range. The outermost range of the Himalaya is known as Shivaliks. These valleys are covered with thick gravel and alluvium. The longitudinal valleys lying between the Lesser Himalaya and Shivaliks are known as Dhuns. Dehradun, Kotli Dhund and Putli Dhund are some of the well-known Dhuns. The Himalaya lying between Indus and Satluj is known as Punjab Himalaya. The Himalaya lying between Satluj and Khali is known as Kumaon Himalaya. The Himalaya lying between Khali and Teesta is known as Nepal Himalaya. The Himalaya lying between Teesta and the Hung rivers is known as Assam Himalaya. The Brahmaputra is the easternmost boundary of the Himalaya. The Purvanchal comprises the Patkai Hills, Naga Hills, Manipur Hills and Mirzo Hills.
Northern Plains. Northern Plains are vast flat stretches of land that have moderate temperature and are very fertile. More than 70% of total wheat produced in India is from Northern Plains and almost 50% of rice production too. So it is very fertile stretch of land. It is mostly covered by agricultural lands. It is surrounded by Himalayas and peninsular plateau. Northern Plains are being created by three rivers that are Indus, Ganges and Brahmaputra. This stretch lies to the south of the Himalayas. It stretches 2,400 kilometers from east to west and it stretches from 200 to 400 kilometers from north to south. And also it is formed by the rivers Ganga, Indus and Brahmaputra. The moderate temperature is ideal for most crops. West part of plains was formed by the Indus River and covers states of Punjab and Haryana. And central part of the plains was formed by Ganges or Ganga River and covers states of UP, Bihar, West Bengal. Now, eastern part. Eastern part of plains was formed by the Brahmaputra River and covers the states of Assam. Thank you.
Peninsula Plateau. Peninsula Plateau is a tableland. It is one of the oldest land masses which are present in India, and it is compressed of shallow valleys and rounded hills. The formation of Peninsula Plateau is an old crystalline rock structure which are being found of igneous and metamorphic rocks. Here in the Peninsula Plateau, it have two major regions. One is Malwa or the Central Highland region, and second one is Deccan Plateau region. Central Highland is located in the center of India, surrounded by the Aravalli range, the Satpura range, the Vindhya range, etc. And eastern side we have Chota Nagpur plateaus, and again in Chota Nagpur is surrounded by Garo hills, etc. Till we have Western Ghats on west and Eastern Ghats on east. We have Deccan Plateau region. Before moving on to Deccan Plateau region, let's know the river that flows in the Central Highland. They are Chambal, Betwa, Narmada, etc. Now Deccan Plateau. It is a triangular land mass which is consisting of Meghalayas, the Kabri Angalong Hills, Northern Sircar Hills. These three compress of the Deccan Plateau Hills. Thank you.
Indian deserts. At the northern west of India, Rajasthan, Punjab, Gujarat, we have a desert which we all know that is Thar Desert. It covers an area of 77,000 square million and it makes a natural boundary between India and Pakistan. This region receives low rainfall below 150 mm per year and it has very low vegetation and even energy is being produced in using solar panels. This energy is used to clean water supplies contained with salt. Thar Desert is the 18th largest subcontinental desert in the world.
Coastal plains. The Peninsular Plateau is formed by a stretch of narrow coastal strips running along the Arabian Sea on the west and Bay of Bengal in the east. The western coast sandwiched between the Western Ghats and the Arabian Sea. It is a narrow plain. It consists of three sections. The northern part of the coast is called the Konkan, which is from Mumbai to Goa. The central stretch is called the Kannada Plain, while the southern stretch is referred to as the Malabar Coast. The plain along the Bay of Bengal are wide and level. In the northern part, it is referred to as the Northern Circle, while the southern part is also known as the Coromandel Coast. Large rivers such as Mahanadi, Godavari, Krishna and Kaveri have formed extensive delta on the coast. Lake Chilika is an important feature along the eastern coast. You might have thinking that what is Chilika Lake? The Chilika Lake is the largest saltwater lake in the world. It lies in the state of Orissa to the south of the Mahanadi Delta.
The islands. India has two beautiful islands, Andaman Nicobar Island and Lakshadweep Island. Andaman Nicobar Island is situated at Bay of Bengal and Lakshadweep is situated at Arabian Sea. Andaman Nicobar Island is about 8,200 kilometers square and Lakshadweep Island is a group of 36 islands and it is about 32.62 kilometers square. These islands are of great strategic importance for our country. They have great diversity of flora and fauna.
Finally, I want to conclude that now we got to know about the detailed account of the different physiographic unit highlights the unique features of each region. It would, however, be clear that each region complements the other and makes the country richer in its natural resources. Thus, the diverse physical features of the land have immense further possibilities of development. Thank you.